Alright, welcome back. This is MDawg, and this is another episode of our 21-22 leveling guide. And given what time it is, we're going to jump right into bream fishing. Hopefully catch a few good bream, and then I don't know what we'll do during the day, to be honest with you. I'll be thinking about it, maybe. Okay, so we want to go... We actually had pretty good luck at 15. I tell you, one thing I wanted to do was get another... We'll go 16 on this one. Another larger hook. So maybe we'll run and do that really quick. Yeah, and we'll go 17 on this one, because I think last time we had really good success at 18 clip too, so seems like anywhere in there you're going to get pretty good success. So maybe we get like a 3 or a 2. Or we could just get a 1. I guess we'll do that. I tell you what we'll probably do after bream fishing. We'll go to winding and try to level up ground bait a little bit more. Wow. As long as it's a bream. Seems pretty good. That is a good first bream, isn't it? Wow, it's biggest one yet for bream. Okay, so we're gonna go large one on that one. A 4 on this one. We're down to 14 garlic dough, but I've got the ingredients to make a few more now. So I think one difference is on this third rig is that we don't have the fluorocarbon feeder, so we could go get one of those if they have them in stock. But we're going to go up to 8 on this one now. Alright, let's go ahead and make some more garlic dough. You can see we're already not getting points on every one. So it's going to be a bit of a grind getting to 40, but not too bad, hopefully. And really, I'm not sure that since bream right now are preferring garlic dough, or garlic dough is working really well, I think at this point there's not it's not as pressing. So we'll take the time right now to go see if any of the fluorocarbon leaders are in stock, because I think that will help the performance on this third one. I think that's the difference right now, is we just don't have a fluorocarbon leader on there. But we're already doing really well. We've got 4 over a kilo in a short amount of time. Now this is going to be a shortened bream night, but we'll get silver while we can, and then we'll go level some ground bait maybe. So we want to look at leaders, feeder leaders. Oh, are they all out of stock here? So we need to remember to pick one up while we're at, that's rough. Pick one up while we're at winding, if they have any in stock there still. We've still got some more, plenty more fake bream ground bait. So for now, I think we'll stay with the semolina based bream mix. This seems to be working pretty good. I don't know, this might be the largest one we've ever had on this rig. We usually catch the small ones on this one. I still want to see how much it cost. I think you have to do it at Belaya At least that's what I've heard. I want to see how much it costs to upgrade these reels to a stronger... I guess it's a stronger friction brake. It increases the max drag. See what that cost is compared to, you know, buying a new reel. So we've got the goal of increasing our ground bait, but the main thing at this point, when you get to this point, the main thing is just grinding out the silver. And there's some decision points to be made once you have the silver, like what exactly are you saving for? To me, it probably makes sense to be saving for something to start trolling at Cory. But we need a good bit of silver for that, so regardless of what the level is, that's what we're working on right now. We'll hit level 16 long before we've got the gear to start trolling Cory, I think. We still have those 2 points we haven't spent. I'll go ahead and do one in spinning reel. We do still have the free reset. Part of me wants to put it in Paternoster or Simple Bottom, but I'm just not sure. Start increasing your chance of getting a little bit larger fish, a little bit better chance of a trophy. The downside is, though I'm using Paternoster now, once we hit 50%, probably I would switch to inline. So, you know, talking about 8.5% more there. Six, 12. This spot is still great. I mean, think about, we would have had another, I don't know, 4 or 5 at least, I think, if we'd been there from the beginning of the bream time. So it is no problem catching basically 18 over a kilo. At least that's what it seems. Probably hasn't been enough time to say this for sure, but I think possibly putting the large one hook on this line, although we're still catching good bream, it may have slowed it down a little bit. I'm glad we don't have large one hooks on all three, but I think it's fine having it on one. It'll be interesting to see if we do catch a bream trophy if it happens to come in on that one. It's only 6:12. We should still get one or two more decent ones. 6, 12, 15. Good grief. So we have 10. We're going to want a little bit more. We're going to want to use either, I guess, milky cream until 30. Crazy the difference that those fluorocarbon leaders make. Even though they're not the right size, by the way, it's better to have them on there even though they're close to the right size. I mean, we don't have these set up properly because of what's in stock, but we just wanted to have fluorocarbon for the diameter. So what's the diameter on these? The diameter on these is 0.28, and it's fluorocarbon material, versus the diameter on these is 0.26, but it's mono material, which does affect the visibility. So they seem to really make a difference. It's probably too expensive to think about doing at this level unless you're just doing spin fishing. But it is nice when you can start making your own leaders. You're a lot less dependent on stock, and you also just have more options in general. But it requires purchasing a tool that I don't remember how much it costs, but it cost enough that we're probably not quite at the point of considering that. All right, we'll go till 8 a.m. It definitely feels like it's, slowing down a little bit. The smaller ones are starting to come in more often. Do we have points in harvesting baits? Just one. We've gone this far with 1 point. It's probably too late to put another point in to be worth it, but once you get higher level, if you're wanting to dig more of the rhino beetles and the... Where are the chafers? these. Then sometimes points might be worth it later on. I think you succeed more often at getting like multiples and also possibly getting the rare ones more often. I don't know how it works exactly, but obviously you can level without points in harvesting baits, but at some point it is nice to get more baits back every time you shovel. Oh, it had something small on there? Or it just wasn't pulling? Interesting. Well, I'm glad we checked. Alright. I don't think there's any cafe orders this time, which is unfortunate. We've been fortunate lately, though. Lucky lately on getting those Bream cafe orders when we've been bream fishing. No, but some cool little orders if you're just fishing for the crucian gibbles and roaches. 95 silver, pretty quick. That's not bad at all. We're up to 257. All right, let's go winding. Let's see, how much are we going to make? I mean, we're going to end up needing tons of it, so we'll just get... Actually, we'll get 50 for now. And then we'll go fish at Mosquito. Alright, let's check some things first. Let's see. I'm assuming you can't do it here, right? Oh. Okay, so it's not in stock here. I think that's what people are saying. Maybe this is in stock at Belaya. So you can go up to 6.5. Huh. And then let's check the leader. Feeder leaders. Uh-oh. 9.7. Oh, there we go. 6.4. That's close enough. It's not ideal. Let's see if they have a better one at Mosquito. Man, leaders are getting bought out. Stock's getting worse and worse. Man, I'm noticing they still have the fair. Yep, they're getting worse and worse on stock. All right, so nothing here we need to consider, right? We won't have 789 silver while the fair's still going. But, I mean, this is a consideration. It's very similar to a Saber 40. I guess the question is, what has line capacity at 0.2 is 216. 0.2. So this is a little better on line. And it's the same max drag. Of course, what I usually get is the Saber 60, which is, you know, a good bit more, but that's just going to stay with you for longer. It's just a much better reel, much bigger spool, a little extra strength. The other options are, some people do really like this as sort of a mid-range option, not waiting as long. 698 is a little cheaper. It's still a 6,000, so the real the line capacity is higher than the Saber 40 or the 4,000. This one is, of course, is an option. This is more like the direct competitor to the Saber 60. I like the Saber 60 slightly better, but these are fine, especially for trolling. Same strength, just not quite as much line, if I remember correctly. But still pretty pricey. You could go 9 kilo and save some, but then you'd want to kind of compare this directly to the Saber 60, the 4,000, sorry, the Saber 40. Let's see. So used to, we would do this in between step, this out of stock. It might be in stock somewhere, but we would go with the 7.5 Adriatica 5000 just because it's so much cheaper. Or you could go Pride, but at that price, I just don't know that it's worth it. Just do a little bit more to get the Saber, or the Pulsar. But this is a consideration. They added, is this newer? This is sort of an in-between. It's a 4,000, goes to 6.5. It's a pretty good little reel, though, the Element Pro 4000. So again, there are more options now than there used to be. But basically, it's just kind of how much strength do you want to have when you start trolling quarry. And that kind of determines what we're saving for. Is anything out of stock here that's relevant? No. Okay. Is there somewhere close by we could fish that we would have a chance to at least catch something? I guess just right here. And we'll go with maybe roach mix. See if this works at all while we're making feed and stuff. Just do all pearl barley, I think. It catches so many different fish from a spot like this. All right. So we need to get some. Let's look at how you level ground bait. So we need to get the attractant that we've most recently unlocked. Which is cream, right? It's expensive. I mean, it's not too bad. You get 5 per thing. So wait, we can do, hold on. Gotcha. Yeah, cream is the only thing we unlocked at this level, it looks like. Just trying to make sure we're using the cheapest option. These are all older ones. We can't do these yet. But we can do this. So we'll get 5, 10, 15, 20. And we'll just see where we end up after making 20 of them. Might as well keep getting a little bit of income, chance at leveling up bottom fishing while we're doing a little leveling of our ground bait. Now you technically could probably do crackers a little longer and still get some points. But the reason why you use feed at some point, you know, pretty soon is feed is so cheap of a base ingredient. So like we could try to do crackers some, but if it's not giving us points, which that did, if it's not giving us points, then obviously it's a waste. But we'll do it as long as it's consistently giving us points. How many do we have left? Plenty. Maybe we can even get to, you know, 18 or something. Or higher. Wow. I didn't really know that it was going to go this long, this consistently. It's been a while since I've done this. I think because you have to add the cream to the feed, if you're getting points on crackers, it is still cheaper to just use crackers, I believe. We could do that comparison, but I'm pretty sure that's correct. We might be able to get to 20%. So I think we go buy more crackers, to be honest with you. I like this. When roach are active in a spot like this, even in the middle of the day, you know, we're still catching decent sized roach. Pretty much every cast. There was a point in bottom fishing too. So we're still progressing, even though mostly we're working on leveling up ground bait. Let's see if there's any orders for roach. Yeah. So we might even get this one. Looks like we probably will, which is phenomenal. I think it's fine to have 20 crackers, even if we stop using them at some point, because, you know, they're useful in certain recipes. Okay. That's going to be 20%, right? Yep. Wow. I'm glad I tried crackers again. We haven't missed a one. The only one we missed was the one we actually failed to complete it. But in terms of when we've completed the recipe, we haven't missed a single time getting points. $28 silver. We're still making silver. I think this might be where it starts to slow down, but we'll see. Starting to look like we can get... I'm going to go ahead and use what we have, actually. I'm fine with that. We're going to be getting awfully close. And then from 30% to whatever's next, 35 or 40, you just make tons of bream ground bait. You'll use it eventually, you know? That's not 100% true, but you make a lot of green ground bait. I don't even know what ground bait we necessarily are pressed to want to get to past bream. I guess the argument would be the next ground bait you really want to have. I mean, tench is nice, but you want to start being able to put some carp ground baits together at some point. I mean, we're not there yet, but that would be what would be next. So obviously, getting the gear first makes sense at that time. All right, so we're out of this. Actually, we might still just get points on feed. I might not have needed to use that milky at all. Yeah, maybe you don't start using the attractant until you get to 30 or 35%. There's a list somewhere online that describes this exact process, like the most affordable way. We're sort of stumbling our way through it here. There we go. This is phenomenal. That was so easy and affordable. Ground bait's always been one of the easiest things to level up, to be fair. At least most affordable things. Alright, so now we should be able to make... we now have access to oat flakes, peas, ground cookies, wheat flour, garlic, and anise oil. So, for bream ground bait, we want maggots, millet porridge, anise oil, and pearl barley. So, pearl barley... millet porridge, maggots, and anise oil. Need to make some more common roach mix. Alright. So now we can, from the recipe, make bream mix. We're ready to go bream fishing for real. So, let's see. Let's get rid of all the trash stuff. 74 stacks of ground bait gone. And we really are out of roach ground bait. But that's okay. We'll worry about that another time. Oh, maybe not. We just hadn't switched it over on the other two. We still have 30 pieces left, or 29, I guess. And let's see. I think that's going to be for 5. So that would be 643. What's it on the order? $10.69. So better to do the cafe order. And then we get a couple more silver here. So we finish at 192.49. And next time when we're ready to go bream fishing, we got the real deal set up. All right, just like that, we've gotten our harvesting baits leveled up so that we can use garlic dough, and we've got our ground bait leveled up so we can use bream ground bait. And we're good to go. Cool. All right, it's kind of boring to do all of that making of ground bait, but it's necessary to get to this point, and then you can just sort of settle into fishing for bream during the evening, and then during the day, variety of things, kind of whatever you want to do, but we'll explore that more next time. Thanks for watching, and tight lines, everybody.